Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Hangout with Busayo. Okay, today we have a gentleman here with us, and it's Mr. Olokere. Mr. Olokere, how are you doing today?
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's a privilege. I wanted to be here last week, but unfortunately enough, I could not make it. But it's nice to be here with you on the program. Hi guys, I hope you have been enjoying all the episodes from the episode one down to this point. It's very interesting, and it's a time for us to be with this guy, this fresh dude. Man, I'm like I've blown, being here like I've blown, man. I feel mega. I feel super. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, today we'll be talking about forgiveness. Most of the times we often miss some things in our own life because of lack of forgiveness, and we just need to begin to talk about it. So I would just want to ask you, what do you have to say about the concept of forgiveness?
Yes, I'll say, first of all, I'll start by saying forgiveness should be a lifestyle. When you are forgiving, or you have the forgiving spirit, it makes life easier for you. Forgiveness is an act of releasing from the depth or the whole of your heart, possibly anything that must have affected you, be it hurt, be it anger, be it anything whatsoever it is. And forgiveness is something that all of us should really imbibe as an individual, to enable us have a wonderful and a stress-free life, because lack of forgiveness is a burden. When you have it within you, it's like you are so carried away by things around you and some other things. You just feel so heavy within you that you just need to drop off some things. So, being this topic, forgiveness, is just one of a type that we need at this point in time, because these people that don't have this forgiveness spirit, they find it difficult to even mix with normal humans. I'm not saying those guys that have been the introverts per se are guys that have unforgiving spirit, but most times when you look at some guys that don't have this forgiving spirit, they feel they have it difficult to mix with people. Let me cite an instance of possibly someone that has been hurt in maybe the time past, maybe molested by a guy or a lady or anything. So you see them, they don't really go out. They try as much as possible to refrain themselves from the public. They just do some things that really you may be thinking like, what's happening, not knowing that because of they've not released to such persons from their heart. So I'll say forgiveness has a long way to go, even in our lives as individuals. In the offices, I know most times we may be faced with challenges, issues facing us. Maybe your boss is this kind of naggy type and maybe did something bad to you, and you'll be like, what did my boss just do, and all those things. I know it may be like a burden to the heart, but when you release such person, you forgive, you release the person from the depth of your heart, not holding no grudges against the person. Even the Holy Book self is stated that we should forgive those who trespass against us. So we need to really get that habit. And let me just cite this instance of you, of that lady. I know most of us are aware of the story of the lady who killed her husband, or who murdered her husband because of some issues they had. If it's a lady that is forgiving, that has this forgiving spirit, it will be very, very easy for her to just let some things go. I know most people have different opinion concerning her actions, but it should not lead you to that. And because unforgiveness leads to anger, but forgiveness leads to love, because when you forgive someone, you just overlook some things they did to you, and before you know it, you are up and running again. You have this confidence to flow with people. But when you just have this spirit of not forgiving people, you just find it difficult, very difficult, to even mix with people of your time. You may even end up losing some essential things even in your life.
Wow. It's in fact, let's speak it from the example you dropped not too long about that lady that murdered her. Most people face a different kind of hurt every day. How will you overcome them? Will you just say, I forgive you, and go? There's some things that you just say, I forgive you, and go. And when you go, you to be as if those things are still in you. Like you want to explode. Sometimes you think you've forgiven some people, but not knowing that that hurt is still inside you, and you just find it very, very difficult to just associate. Some people say, I've forgiven you, but I cannot associate with you. Does that measure up with forgiveness?
Okay, yes. Starting from that, there are concepts that to which forgiveness works. I know most times people say, some people go to some school of thought that says you can forgive but you cannot forget. some say you should forgive. When you forgive and love, you'll be able to forgive and forget. Forgiveness is born out of love. You don't just do it when you're angry, just say, I forgive you. It's the love in you that will be like, okay, I forgive you of this thing that you've done to me. Okay, possibly some people will say, I don't want to associate with this person so that he or she won't remind me of the hurt of the past. And you would not blame such person because that is their own recovery process. Some people, they have to follow that lane. They have to follow that line for them to recover fully from the hurt that they've faced or anything whatsoever that has encountered them. But to me, I would just advise that in such cases, maybe you are such things is lingering in you. You have been holding some people in your heart. Just at most pray for them. When you pray, sometimes some people, I mean, in the Christian folks now, some people when they pray, they begin to cry. It's just time for just tell God that, okay, you want to release these persons from your heart. And it goes a long way to really revitalize your life, to bring back that energy in you. There's some people now, especially some people possibly watching now, will know that at some point in time in their life, they've had such things that has made them stay indoors, made them lose out from the real life that they are. Some people, they are very, very active, very jovial, very friendly. Because of one hurt or the other, unforgiveness sets in, and before you know it, bam, they just withdraw from people, withdraw from friends and family, and everyone is just they've lost themselves. They begin to do something, they can't get rid of themselves. But when you begin to learn how to pray and forgive those people, okay, I forgive so person that did this to me, and you call the person and like, guy, you did this to me, but I'm just letting you go. I forgive you. Let's just be normal. But if you know that maybe leaving that person would help you in your recovery process to get by yourself, there are some people that after the recovery process, they will go back to that person and they'll be talking normally. At some point, no, definitely human nature, such things will set in at some point. But just allow it flow from within you. Pray about it and just trust God that everything will be okay and you'll be fine. But don't allow it hurt you too much. So if you are listening now, watching us, we are bringing it here from Hangout with Busayo, that you should try as much as possible to release yourself from every hurt, every pain that you might be facing, so that at least you'll be able to see things from that are beyond you. At some point in time, you just see those people. Maybe they are not even close to you by proxy. Maybe they are very far. Maybe you're in Jos and someone is in Lagos that hurt you. But at some point in time, when you remember those things, you begin to limit yourself, your scope. That was the time on Twitter that this thing that it went deep on Twitter, where one employee, okay, like HR manager, that was screening candidates because of the guy came in and had to comment on her possibly her perfume. She went angry and said, okay, this thing. So in another sense, the guy may be so angry, and anytime he sees any female or person that is going to grant him any interview, he may just want to piss off and say, I did this thing, and wants to back out. You see that opportunities will be kept away from him. But when he just say, okay, I forgive you, I allow you go, I let you go, and just continue with his life, male or female, you continue. You see that opportunities will still come. So just see it as a stepping stone towards greatness and achievement. Don't just hold it back and make it so heavy in your heart that you become so heavy that you will not be able to forgive anybody at all. So it's just a plea that I am bringing to us this today, that just learn how to forgive. Let the culture of forgiveness be in you at every point in time. If someone offends you, immediately on the spot, you just tell the person, I forgive you, and pray about it. And I just believe that last everything will be all right.
Wow, that was very insightful, I must say. And quickly, just to round off, I would just want you to possibly give one or two pieces of advice to people out there who are going through some emotional challenges that is tied down to unforgiveness, so that will at least some point they'll be elevated and also take courage for forgiveness. Because I feel to forgive, you have to have this courage to do that. I just want you to do just one or two things to wrap things up on the show today.
Yes, quickly, I will just round up by saying, number one, as you said earlier, forgiveness takes courage. You need to know that the courage to forgive is in you. You need to know that everything that you need to forgive is always in you. So when you just take this courage, take the bold step too, because courage, you may have the courage and you may not take the step towards that direction. And the last thing I will say is that every time and everything you do, just have it in mind that people will offend you. So don't start doing as though, okay, people may not offend me or anything whatsoever it is. People will offend you definitely. So just try as much as possible to not only have the courage, have the drive, the passion to forgive, and I know everything would be all right. That was really really awesome, I must commend, and thank you very much for being on the program for this episode. Okay, it's time for us to go through our social media handles. So read up your comments from last episodes, and we'll just pick one or two, three from there, so that we'll just move on. Don't forget that you drop your comment immediately after you finish watching this episode. As you know, let's get feedback from you. We need those feedbacks. They're going a long way. Yes, don't forget, it's Influence Films. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to share, subscribe, comment, like everything. See, broadcast it to everyone around you. You don't need to just enjoy these things alone. Okay, let me start from Instagram, and I'll start from Pebble J. Pebble J says, I did learn from this thing. Oh, okay, thank you very much. And Bukiniki says, interesting. I learned a lot from today's episode. Keep the fire burning. Thank you. Okay, and this one is saying, okay, you gave them hot. I learned good friends must be sincere and should pray for each other. Yes, good friends. I told you at the beginning of today's episode that last time we spoke about friendship. So do well to go back if you want to know what really actually happened there, so that you follow us there. So I will just give it to my guest also to read up those comments from YouTube YouTube channel rather, which is at Influence Films. So please don't you have to just follow Influence Films. You get. Okay, let me take this on YouTube. It says, beautiful one, guys. Truly, the kind of friends we keep determines to a large extent our direction in life. Like me now, Bigate is my friend, and I'm loading to become a rich man. Okay, so the topic is really educative. Our guest was awesome. I had to watch this twice. Okay, well done. Thank you very much for that. And finally, let's just take this one. Says, many people mistake acquaintances for friends. Thank you so much, guys. Well done. God no go shame us. Yes, finally, God no go shame us. Thank you very much for the opportunity to read this. I'm privileged. Thank you very much for that. Okay. It's time for us to wrap things up on the program. Don't forget that you follow us on all social media handles, on Instagram, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. But before we go, we are going to play a game. Every time we give you new games, the games you used to enjoy before. Now it's name of animal, place, or things. So we'll do name. So today we spoke about forgiveness. So we are going to choose the letter F. So we'll move with the letter F. So names of girls. Yes, let's start with names of girls. Names of girls. I know. Faith. Fola.